Look, we've all had this happen in Football Manager. The board thinks an offer is too good and they accept it and you lose one of your best players. But has it ever happened to you 3 times in one transfer window? Probably not. Welcome back to Season 9, where I'm not chuffed with the board. Look, I know we're not, but finances have been up and down, and currently we're only 30 million in the green with 70 million pounds worth of transfer budget. So, I can understand things aren't that great at the moment. But come on, 3 people that I loved, and they got rid of them because they thought the offers were too good. Well, actually, one of them, I would have accepted the offer myself. But, still, stop messing with my transfers board. I'm about to show you exactly what happened. If you are new to the series, subscribe. If you're liking the series so far, please like it. Can we please smash whatever like target you can give me today? And without any further ado, let's go over the transfers. So, first of all, I'm starting with last season. We did end up selling no one at the end of the season. Oh, apart from Harvey, who I signed at the end of last season. So that was a signing, new signing, cool. Got some good potential. Came in for just £4.5 million. So not a bad signing. Hopefully it doesn't go down in value drastically. But his stats are pretty good, so I'm happy with it. A striker for £8 million. Really like him. 17 dribbling, 17 finishing, 16 first touch. But you guys want to know who the board sold without my permission, basically. So I'll go over them in a second. But £8 million, come on. You've got to take that for a Serie A player last season and 21 years of age and a perfectionist personality. I mean, you take that. But these are the players that they sold without my permission. As you guys know, right down the bottom, John Gale. We liked him. We liked him a lot. The thing, I don't mind it, but I just think we could have gotten more money. I don't know why they've accepted it. We paid £30 million for him, and they've sold him for £33 million. It could eventually rise to 4. You're making 3 mil. 3 mil. I reckon we could have gotten 50 mil for him comfortably, but they just accept. I don't understand. I think that's the thing that annoys me the most. To be fair, I had already signed a central midfielder earlier in the window that was probably going to eventually take his spot anyway. But still, I did not want to sell him, and definitely not for that price. Stupid board. Second one is Costa, and I will admit this is the one that I probably would have done anyway, only because his contract was expiring at the end of the season and he wasn't going to renegotiate, so I was definitely looking to accept offers. But again, I could have wiggled more out of them. 24 million pounds, 33. It's actually not bad. I'm not going to whinge too much about this one, but it's the second time it happened in the window, and the first time it happened in the window is the one that I just oh my goodness, I just don't understand it. Like, I don't know if there is a better left back in the world in our price range and who would actually come to our club than Cabrera. Like, what are you doing, board? And also, is he homegrown at club? I think he was homegrown at... No, he wasn't. He wasn't quite homegrown at club. But still, he was a very, very good player. He got 7.22 average rating. No wonder Manchester United signed him. He is now worth £100 million, and you sold him for £36 million. Could eventually rise to 45. Like, what? And like 20, I'm not even joking. Like, you can't see me, but I'm moving my hands so much because I'm so passionate about this. I'm not joking, like 16 clubs were interested in him. We could have created a bidding war. If we waited, we could have sold him easily. And that just created a left-back issue for me. And I'm like, how am I going to get an £100 million value worth of left-back to replace him? But when you only sold him for 36, it's just infuriating. Cannot stand. That one really got me. The rest of these transfers I did make myself, so I can only blame myself for them. Lowry has left the club for £7.5 million after signing on a free last season, so very happy with that. £208 million we brought in. Yeah, we were busy in the transfer market selling wise. That central midfielder that we brought in for the Iranian lad, I didn't love him. I acknowledge that he's good, but I think I had better options, so I sold him, and we got £20 million, so £5 million profit. That could eventually rise. No, it could not eventually rise, but he's worth a lot more, so I feel like maybe I shouldn't have sold him, but hey, profit is profit. Leicester has been sold for £10 million, a £2 million profit. He's gone to Celtic, and I'm happy for him to be at Celtic. I don't think he's that outrageous. I mean, he's okay. He wasn't as good as I had hoped at one point he would turn into. Carvajal, a centre-back that we signed hoping to be better. We actually made £1 million on him, so I'm very happy to get that kind of a fee for him. Then I loaned out these 2 youngsters this is the guy that I signed for £3.6 million. Yeah, we're going to make a loss on him. And this is the guy that I've signed for, again, probably like £4 million. Going to make a loss on him. But those are swings and roundabouts, because you can see here, again, a youngster they brought in for £2 million, sold for £13.75 million. So swings and roundabouts, isn't it? And he wasn't going to be good enough to join our team at any point in time. So happy to get some money. Hugo Hernandez, another centre-back that I brought in. And another player that just skyrockets in value. One thing I have noticed about players on our team, they are hugely undervalued in terms of their transfer value. Like, as soon as we sell them, they skyrocket, and I know that always happens when you sell players like that, and when you sign players. But like, if you just look at like the players, like for example, Greg Grant is such a perfect example. He is worth £92 million now, but it's only because teams started to get interested in him. And before the transfer window began, I think it was like £40 million as his maximum value. He's an elite forward, mate. Greg Grant is one of the best players in the world. And we'll talk more about Greg Grant in a bit. But anyway, what else is happening? What else is happening in the world of football? We sold Williamson, who was a youngster, so he's gone. Loaned out this French dude that we brought in from PSG last season, hoping to sell him again. McQueen, we did end up making a profit on. Again, very happy about that. 3 mil profit, £7.5 million out of the club. Then we talked about Costa. Mole has gone out on loan because we brought in so many strikers. We have so many strikers, and I don't know. He was just the one that was easiest to loan out, so he's loaned out to Brighton. Fingers crossed he makes some good appearances there. Makoku has been sold for £35 million. It's currently 20, but I think it can go up to 35, and it's all in installments, so it will actually come our way eventually. Happy about that, despite the fact that he was apparently the second best player in the league last season. Maybe not the best call on my behalf, but hey, I don't know if he's going to get that much better, so I'm happy to get some money for him. Madueke's gone out on loan, Billy Dunn's gone out on loan, and you know about Gaul. We can now talk about signings, and some of you might recognise this player. If you are really keen watchers, you'll recognise this guy. I tried to sign him for £20 million. I talked about trying to sign him for £20 million, and then he went to Nottingham Forest, and oh my goodness, what do you know? Nottingham Forest didn't turn into the best club in the world of football, did they? So I finally swooped in when they got, relegated into the Championship. So I've really proven to you, mate, that you should have signed us. Which, by the way, remember when it happened, we offered more money. Like, I just don't understand. I don't understand it. But he's here now. We paid more than we would have had to have back then. £53 million is the potential fee. But he's outrageous, isn't he? 16 pace, 16 finishing, 18 dribbling. I just like him. Really good player. 24 years of age. Star player for us. Getting paid a lot of money. But he deserves it. We did replace the left back. I think I've done a decent job. But, like, look at it. I've literally used exactly the same amount of money. Like, board, we haven't profited from this transaction. I've just gotten a new left back in for the same value. Like, it's stupid. I just don't understand it. I'd say he's worse as well, like quite comfortably worse than my man Cabrera. And I loved Cabrera. To be fair, Cabrera did want to go, but still. I can't even remember the name of this guy. That's how forgettable he is. He's all right. What is his name? Is it this guy? No, it's not that guy. Who even are you? Oh, Nowitzki. Nowitzki. I actually do remember his name because Nowitzki. But look at the technicals, man. Like, Cabrera is so much better. He's way better in mentals, though, to be fair. But then Cabrera also takes he's definitely more of a defensive left back, which I don't mind. But I don't know. I wanted to keep Cabrera, but he's okay. He's okay actually. But for the position that we're in, he is a good signing. Like, we made the best of a bad situation by signing him. So Nowitzki, welcome to the club. Sorry that I'm kind of being mean to you, but I really liked Cabrera. This one is a one for the future. 17 years of age, £10 million, could eventually rise to 15. I think it's a bargain. I think this kid is going to turn into the best centre-back in the world one day. 17 years of age, and he's already good enough to be on my bench. And he just is on my bench. I'm ignoring that 1.5-star current ability because 15 marking, 15 tackling, 14 positioning, 15 work rate, 13 pace, 15 bravery, good mental stats. Technicals are just going to get better. Can play the left back or centre back, 6'2", 75 kgs. He's going to be good. Welcome to the club, Garmendia. You can tell every time that I make a signings video, I've never tried to pronounce your names until I actually click on them. This is the CDM that we signed that I do think is better than Goal, but it's still like I just didn't want to sell goals. So it's annoying, but it is what it is. I can't be bothered comparing the two of them, but you can look at their stats, and he's good. He is potentially more of a centre back, but I'm playing him as a CDM. That's where he's played in the past for Porto. He was £34 million, could eventually rise to 51. We're paying a lot of money for these people at the moment, but I think he's going to be good. I mean, he's kind of like a carbon copy of Thomas Partey in real life, hopefully without the controversy. 23 years of age, so a decent age, got room to improve. I like him. I like what he brings to the table, and huge value after we signed him. This is probably my favourite signing, and it was literally just one of the pop-up agent recommended signings on deadline day. 3 mil for this guy. It was 18, by the way, so he's going to turn into homegrown at club. Danish lad, comes in from a Danish side. I love him. He's incredible. Look at his stats. Like 16 heading, 15 passing, 16 technique, 20 determination. And you're looking at him thinking, oh, that's a good CDM. Mate, he's a centre-back. He is definitely a centre-back. Look at these stats. They're all perfect for a centre-back, apart from the marking. The marking needs to improve. He is a centre-back. I'm training him as a centre-back. He doesn't have, good dribbling or crossing or finishing or he's a centre-back. He's a centre-back in my eyes. I'm training him as a centre-back. I could be wrong, but I'm training him as a centre-back for now. I like him. Welcome to the club, Tillman. He looks incredibly good. So those are the transfer dealings that we've done so far this season. It was a hard transfer window. I don't know why, but everyone wanted to leave. Everyone. Like so many people. I think we've gotten to a point now where we've completely outgrown our league. Like, we are the 8th biggest league in the world, and we have some elite players. Greg Grant is a perfect example. He is potentially the best central attacking midfielder in the world of football, and he's 23, and he gets paid £33,000 per week. Like, I can understand why he wants to leave, but it's Greg Grant, I'm not going to let you leave, sorry. So he came to me when people were putting bids in for him that he wanted to leave. Fair enough. I said no, so he's not happy about that. Another player that wasn't happy about that in our team, Willen. Willen's got huge bids again, was rejecting them all, and he's not chuffed about that. Who else? Carvajal. He also got huge bids. Wasn't happy that I was rejecting them. So it's a bit of a cycle. Yeah, people, we sign good players and then they realise they're in the Scottish League. So that's the predicament we're in right now. But I do like our team. It has good ability. I don't think we've gotten worse this season. I do think the striker position is still a real mystery for me, though. I played Freeland up top for all of our first 4 games in the league. He got 2 assists, no goals. Advanced playmaker just doesn't work anymore. I don't understand why. So he's just chilling out on the bench, which troubles me because I love Freeland. Last season he didn't quite. No, he still did outrageously well last season. I don't know. But then Millwood can only play on that left wing spot, and I think he is just a bit better. I don't know. It's hard to tell. But we have good depth. We have good players. We can't really whinge, but it's still hard to know. Nadinic also got some big transfer offers. He has a 5-star potential, so I'm actually going to start playing him in games. I think he probably is going to turn into an outrageously good player, so I am going to use him in this team from time to time. But we're not lacking anything really. Like, we have good players across the board. I might even take Bautista out of the starting lineup and put Tillman in there. Oh, maybe Tillman. No, Tillman's younger. Yeah, let's keep Bautista. Bautista will kick up. No. Don't do that, Rexo. Don't do that, Rexo. If you think a player's better, give that better player. That's not. Yeah, good. Thank you, Rexo. Good thinking. But anyway, there's the team. Since the start of the season, we won all 4 of our games, dominating them. No hard teams, though, to be fair. It was just Ross County, Aberdeen, St Mirren, and Kilmarnock, who we do sometimes lose to, have lost to in the past, but now on camera, we're versing Hearts, and fingers crossed we come away with another outrageous win. I'm kind of trying to tweak the tactic to get the strikers to be scoring. So I've put Suarez in for the first time now after Freeland hasn't scored in any of his games, and of course this Italian guy Kobianchi is going to be coming in if Suarez doesn't score a couple of goals. So, there's a cycle going around. Finally, Carvajal, can play on that right wing spot, so that's very handy because I've been trying to get him to be a right winger since I signed him. Not even basically. That is fact. That is how long I've been trying to get him to be a right winger, and he finally can play as a right winger. So he is playing as a right winger because our left side is actually our strong side, and then on the right wing I can just play him as an inverted winger, and that works perfectly instead of playing him as a winger on the other side. That's why Moukoko played so many games last season, because I thought that Carvajal was so good I just needed to play him. Freeland was slightly out of form from time to time, and Moukoko was the only player that could play as an inside forward on the right-hand side, so he did it. And that he played really well. But again, I don't know if selling him was the right call, but we got a good bid. He also did want to leave when bids started coming in, so I was just like, you can go. But this game so far has not started well at all. In fact, we've not seen a highlight until the 33rd minute. To be fair, at least this highlight is occurring. But I want to see a goal. I want to see a goal. We normally score within the first half, especially when we're at home against a side that we know that we're better than. Let's make sure we do that right here, right now. Although this is looking like it's their chance with a great ball over the top by their goalkeeper. They're now in the right area and they're passing the ball around dangerously. Willens just does a careless slide tackle that is just did absolutely nothing, and they have scored. And why am I showing this game on camera if we're going to lose? I just thought, last season I focused a bit much on the Champions League when I was showing you the few games that I did show you, and it'd be refreshing to just watch us smash a team, and we're not even smashing a team. We're not even dominating statistically. It's the possession. What's this got? I'm throwing a water bottle. This is outrageous, boys. We've got to be so much better than this. Have I changed the tactic? I have not changed the tactic. Shorter passing? I don't know. I always keep it as the standard passing. I'm going attacking. Let's score goals. Thank you very much. Millwood, that's not even a pen. Why we? I'm getting frustrated now. The board sold 3 of my favourite players. That's not a penalty. We're wasting time here. We're losing 1-0 at home against a team that we clearly should be beating. I'm not sure why this is all occurring while I'm recording. It is embarrassing. We are doing well generally, but in this game, clearly not. At least it's only 45 minutes gone, so there is time to get back into it. But come on, boys. This is shameful display. This is a very shameful display. Actually, for a while, we played with the more direct, and that actually worked for that time. So let's do that. I don't know. Let's be honest here. I've got no idea what to do tactically. Our players are just so much better than everyone else that I'm waltzing through games at the moment. But clearly, that doesn't work 100% of the time. So can we please score a goal? And this highlight isn't even a real highlight, and we all know it. We're going to get a shot. We're going to get something happen, but it's not going to go into the back of the net. It's not real. It doesn't exist. Or the ball's just going to go out, or the goalkeeper's going to kick it and it'll end the high. I don't know. It's just wasting. These videos are long enough, Football Manager. I whinge about this all the time. It needs to be fixed at some point. Suarez, what are you doing there? If that dips slightly more, then that's a goal, and you're a genius. But you don't have that. You can't even score a goal normally half of the time. So just focus on standing in the right position. Oh my goodness! What is this? I can't. On your debut, on your starting debut, we've just sold goal, and you think, yeah, no, that's the right thing to do. Oh, and by the way, this guy kicked up a fuss, so he's starting games at the moment instead of the man that I'd actually like to start games, Farrell, but. We have no midfielders now, so it's kind of a game of just preserving what we've got. Millwood, you're coming off. Freeland is coming on, and we're staying attacking because we're not losing this game to Hart, even with a man off. Come on, score, Bruce. Oh yeah, Bruce is starting at the moment because we did pick up an injury immediately to our left back that we signed. Forgot to mention that. Nowitzki's injured. The goal is awarded, thank goodness. Great move by the team. Grant into Carvajal, into Bruce, and Bruce tucks it away, and that is why Bruce is a club legend and is going nowhere, even with Nowitzki being in the mix, and he will start as soon as he comes back. But still, we love Bruce. He can play right back, he can play left back. He's Scottish. He's homegrown at club. We better not concede here. I just knew it was. What happened to the? I don't get frustrated when playing Football Manager, but this is stupid. Like, why is the defence parted like the Red Sea there? I know that we don't have... Oh, we are going attacking, to be fair. But, like, still... Was just... I swear McKenna can't save anything. Sorry, I love McKenna. But he just... What... Like, and I swear we get, like, the ratio of goals that we score from our highlights. I've paused it because I need to explain this because I'm so mad. The ratio of goals we score from our highlights is probably, I'd say, 1 in 5. The ratio of highlights that we concede when it's the other team is definitely 1 in 2. Something like that. It's outrageous. But McKenna, we clearly need a better goalkeeper. In fact, I almost signed a better goalkeeper on deadline day. But I cancelled it right on deadline day because I thought it's not worth it. It was this guy. And now I regret it. I should have signed him. But McKenna, you're a club legend. He's not a club legend, actually, because Football Manager puts no respect on goalkeepers' names. That's another thing I'm frustrated about now. This is not how this episode was meant to go at all, by the way. Grant, it's Greg Grant. I'm taking Greg Grant off. I just am. Suarez, you've been horrific too. Kobayashi might be how you say it. It's coming on. Still got more substitutes. How have we conceded again? Look at that XG. We're losing to that. I mean, and look at us. I know that we have a man down, but this is Hearts, and we're at home, and we're Queen's Park. Come on, boys and girls. This is stupid. It's just boys, actually. There's no girls involved. Why am I bringing that gender into it? They haven't done anything wrong. Come on. 2 minutes ago, nothing's going to happen. We're going to just lose this game, and I'm just going to... Like, we're going to bounce back, and we'll still hopefully win the league. But this is dumb. It's just... my face is, like, really mad right now. And that's just stupid. Why? Like, I could simulate that game 100 more times, and we would never lose it. Honestly. That's so... Just... I don't... It's not even good content for you guys to watch me just get annoyed. Because you can't even see my face. So there's not even, like, that anger... Depth just what? Like, what are the statistical odds of that actually happening? Like, it's got to be so low. I know that does happen. You're getting fined so many weeks' wages, you absolute idiot. Like, what? He's going to kick up. No, he's accepted. Of course you've accepted your fine, because you know you're an idiot. You just chopped it. And that's the other thing in Football Manager. Okay, I can't even, like... I'm going to have to try and describe it with my mouth. So, say this circle here is the player, you know? This circle here is the player. When they do the demonstration of someone getting a red card in Football Manager, it's never just like, tried to get the ball, we are accidental. It's like, man's running from like 100 miles away, chop him down, kill him, and you're like, well, I didn't know, boss. Like, I'm so surprised. I got red card. Mate, you went straight through the back of him. In fact, it wasn't even in a goal scoring position. You've just literally chopped him. This is not how this episode was meant to go at all. I'm sure it will have a happy ending, but what a horrific start. Horrific. And I should have paused the recording there, but I haven't, so I'm continuing on. Horrific start. Champions League teams aren't that bad, though. Well, AC Milan, Juventus. Why am I still talking? Just calm. I'll see you at the end of the January transfer window. Okay, boys and girls, I'll level with you. Something messed up in my recording. Got no idea what happened, but none of the audio is recorded. So this is all being post-recorded. It's the 9th of March, so I simulated a very long way. Greg Grant, 23 goals. We're currently sitting second in the league. It is not looking good at this current moment in time. I know what happens in the end, but it's not looking good. Well, I probably shouldn't mention that. Well, I do. This is being post-recorded, so, I've recorded the full episode. But, post-recorded, so I know what happens. But not looking good right now. Greg Grant, top goal scorer, because he's Greg Grant and we love him. Suarez is wanted by clubs, which I wouldn't be too opposed to selling him. But he's third place in terms of the top goal scorers right now, which isn't bad. Round of 16, we got drawn against Real Madrid, which I think is so annoying, because they are one of the best teams in the entire world. But as you can see here, since last time we saw each other, like we've bagged some good performances. We had to play in that knockout playoff because obviously we didn't get into the top 8. But we annihilated Bayer Leverkusen. I remember, I'm saying in this situation, that I was thinking about showing you this game. but I just didn't need to because we annihilated them so much in the first league. And as you can see here, I'm again saying, oh, well, we didn't quite make it into the top 8, but top 16, still not horrific for us. Top 16, well, 14th place. Top next 16 teams. What? I don't know. I can't do that maths, but you know what I'm saying here. Like, we got into the second bracket. Oh, we made transfers since last time we saw each other. Bautista's gone. I thought he was already gone, if I'm honest, but that's all right. 16 mil. Can't complain with that. He has gone up in value drastically since last time we saw each other, which is a little bit annoying for us, but hey, you live and you learn. We've loaned out that young player that we bought in on a transfer from Brighton, and he's gone to the second division in Spain. Hopefully he gets some more game time because he has a lot of potential. We also managed to loan out our man Hurtado, who was a Colombian striker, right winger, Hopefully we can make some money on him eventually. And Craig Thompson has finally left the club. £16 million is not a bad fee to begin at all for him, but a little bit gutted to see him not turn into the top tier goalkeeper that at one point we thought he could actually end up being. But other transfers have come our way. Eden Nilsson has come into the club and he looks like a star, already going up in a lot of areas. Has some really good stats. Probably not going to be the important first team player that we are currently giving him. If you compare him to Isaias, who's currently wanting to leave because he has kicked up a fuss, he is kind of on par with him. I reckon maybe a little bit worse, but I don't know. Isaias has been kicking up a fuss for a long time, so I kind of want to get rid of him. We loaned in Parola because we loaned out that young player that we bought in from Brighton, the Spanish dude. So Parola, in on loan. Bit of wage budget going towards him, but it's a good rotation option to have. And this is why we sold Craig Thompson. I don't know what happened to my voice there, but just ignore it. Souza joins the football club, and he is kind of the same as McKenna. It's tough. I don't know. I feel like the goalkeeper is the position that we've probably needed to strengthen for years, but hasn't quite happened yet. So McKenna's still going to be starting. But Souza is in the suggested lineup, but I just can't take McKenna's spot away from him. We love him. We had him at 16. He's only 25 years of age. He's played so much for Scotland. He's a legend of this football club. You think about the performance he put in against Liverpool in the Europa League final. That was outrageous. This is the McKenna we're talking about. We can't just let him go out of nowhere. I'm talking about something different. Budget has changed. We still have quite a bit of debt, which isn't ideal, but 3 mil in the red, it's not too bad, so we kind of have to keep an eye on that, because the transfer budget doesn't quite accumulate to what we are doing in terms of financial situation, so they kind of give us more money than they should. No idea what I just tried to show you, to be honest, so if you could work that out on the screen, you can work that out. But yeah, as I say, the transfer budget. Oh no, I do know what I'm talking about. Okay, so I can't rewind it. So I got a message on the last day that was saying we ran out of transfer budget, make an adjustment to the transfer budget, because I had 90 mil in the account and I was going to sign this player, and then out of nowhere they turned it into nothing, and then the reason why we have 14 mil is because we sold Thompson. I've just said that in the worst way possible about 10 seconds later. Then Raxo in this video is probably actually saying it, but this is post-recording Raxo, and you best believe post-recording Raxo does not want to do this twice, so post-recording Raxo is sticking with what post-recording Raxo was going to say. I am considering 2 different formations for this game, apparently, probably, kind of clearly, based upon what's happening in this video. I don't know what I'm talking about here. Kaiki in the starting lineup. Who else? Colwell in the starting lineup. Sildilia. Bruce Nowitzki is good, I think. I imagine I'm saying that. He is good. I like him. Turkson starting. Is going with this formation the best idea? Maybe not. But we are losing 2-0 is the situation. Farrell's still... I back him more than Eden Nilsson. So Farrell's going to continue to start. Carvajal, obviously still a very good player as well, so he's going to be starting as well. Millwood is a star. I love Millwood. He is starting as well. And Suarez, despite the fact that I'm kind of open to offers for him, he's going to be starting as our best striker. Freeman, though, Freeland He needs to find a way to get into the starting lineup because he is a great player. But when he comes on, he's just very, very average. But anyway, we're away from home at the Bernabeu, and we are hoping to beat this Real Madrid side. They have a ridiculous lineup. Bellingham, Antony, Vinicius Jr., Gabriel, Camavinga. Like, there's some top quality players in this team. Yeah, I don't know if we can get that upset if we lose, but it's just frustrating to go out this early in the Champions League. But let's hope we can pull off an absolute upset. We can do something out of nowhere. We can manage to win the game. And after 15 minutes, to be fair, one shot has come our way. It hasn't come their way. Although the position did completely go their way, so adjusted the tactic because of that. But they do have the ball in this first opportunity. It moves forward. It is Wahi. Wahi moves into Bellingham. Vinicius Jr. It comes through back to Bellingham. And Sousa, does he make a save there? He does make a save there. Puts it onto the post. I mean, that's not a bad start for Mr. Sousa. You can't whinge your mind about that. McKenna, mate, eat your heart out. I'm clearly starting Sousa because it is a Champions League game, but McKenna will still be starting in the league, I am certain. Vinicius Jr. out on the left wing. Gets brought down. Suarez, I'm not sure what you're doing all the way back here. But you've given away a penalty, haven't you? And actually, I'm spoiling it. It is a penalty. I know it goes to VAR, but it is a penalty. And I don't know why I remember that so vividly. I don't remember very many things, but I do remember that because Suarez is an idiot. Jude Bellingham taking it, and he puts it in. Sousa could have made himself a hero there straight away as a new player for Queen's Park. Forgot our team name for a second there. And I've immediately turned off run at defence, which I do think is the right thing to do against bigger clubs. Like, their teams are just better. You know, like, although we have most of our players with really high dribbling, so run at defence does make sense. I just don't know if it makes sense against Real Madrid. You know, like, it's an outrageously good side. Maybe running at defence isn't a good option. But the more direct passing doesn't seem to be doing a lot in terms of highlights. It's certainly not improving the possession. And they have the ball in the right area once again as Anthony kills it in. Anthony is good in this save, apparently. Manages to put it in. Makes it 4-0 on the aggregate. We might make the tactical change and potentially, get back into this game. Who knows? But, we've got to do something here. 4-0 on aggregate. I think attacking players are definitely the way to go. So advanced playmaker. Then we'll go box-to-box midfielder. And what are we doing here? We go wider and hit early crosses, because I guess we do have two players in the box, and one of them is Suarez, who is a literal giant, 6'5". I imagine in some cultures that is defined as a giant. So, I don't know if it is generally considered a giant, but I'm sure, countries where the average height is like 5'9". If you're 6'5", I'm sure people would call you a giant. I'm not sure if there is any countries where the average height is 5. There might be. There could be. It could be wrong. I don't know what the average height is. No, there would be. There would be. Because I swear the average height in general is like 5'10". So probably some cultures have or nations have 5'6" as the average. Maybe that's quite small. I don't know. It's not too small. I'm not saying if you're 5'6", there's anything wrong with. I'm digging myself a hole here. I know, Rex. So as soon as I started bringing up comparing heights and people were going to get offended. I apologise. 6'5" is tall, what I'm trying to say. I've said that in the most roundabout way physically possible, and there was a highlight that I completely ignored during it. I'm pretty sure real life recording right now, Raxo, the recording that you can't hear because, I forgot to press a button, clearly. I'm sure he wasn't talking about that. So another reason why I should just, maybe plug it in the first place. And also, I imagine, in real life Raxo, the one that's actually playing the game right now, but, you can't hear that audio because you're listening to Raxo 3 weeks later. He probably would have talked about the Bellingham goal, which went in. And Raxo didn't make any subs or any tactical changes. That's an interesting choice considering the fact you're 3 goals down. I guess we're already about as attacking as we physically can go. But it would have been nice to see you actually use a bit of your brain there past Raxo and try and do something differently. But who knows? We've had 8 shots, to be fair. It's not like we're completely out of this game. The change of formation has actually made a difference in some ways. We saw one highlight with Suarez on the ball, but we need to do something else. And Nednic is coming on, who has been very, very good this year. Loving him. Kobayanshi's coming on too. Suarez is going to come off with a yellow card and given away a penalty, and generally just not a great appearance. Turkson is coming off despite the fact that he's one of our better players, and Eden Nilsson is going to come on for a bit more of an attacking-minded lad. Oh, and we scored! As I'm making those tactical changes, is it Turkson? The man that I'm about to bring off. He just scored. I just skip it. It was Millwood. I just skip. We just don't see that goal ever, do you? See, this is making me really reflect upon my video making quality. I just didn't show you a goal. We didn't see it, and I just skipped it. You're never going to see that. And well, it was probably the most exciting thing that's actually happened for our team in this game. So yeah, I'm not sure that was the greatest call I've ever made, but we'll continue with it. I'll back past Raxo to make some okay decisions here and there, but it is Real Madrid on the ball once again. Camavinga plays it through, and we intercept, to be fair, actually. And if we make it 3-2 here, well, there'd be a slither of hope, wouldn't there? It is a goal. Greg Grant, when you want a man, Greg Grant, and when you want a man, apparently Freeland, when you talk about him before the game, even though this is happening 3 weeks later than I actually recorded it. But that is slithers of hope kind of territory we're talking about here, boys and girls. 3-2. If we make it 3-3, there's something in it. And actually, to be fair, this is us on the ball. Sildilia into Colwell. Sildilia, is he going to go for the shot? No, he does, to be fair, but it's blocked, and that cannot be the highlight. Bruce into Colwell. Colwell moving down the left-hand side. He can play his left back. He whips one in. Is it going to come to anyone? No, it gets cleared out. And actually, this could be their chance because we are overloaded. No, it's Kaiki taking it, and it is Farrell. Freeland. Oh, that's got to be put in the back of the net. If there's any hope, if there's any will, if there's any way, it's got to be scored. Freeland. I'm sorry, it's just got to be done. And then he stands in offside position. They always do that, man. Like, why do they think that they're onside? And why do the people pass to them? That's actually worse. Freeland is just taking a corner. Yes, he should move back a wee bit quicker. But, like, you should just not pass to him equally. He's obviously offside. I have a quarrel with that. Quarrel's the right word. Quarrel's the right word, Raxo. Don't even worry about it. If it's not, you've made it sound like it's the right word when you haven't really, by the way, that you made it sound like you weren't quite sure about it. Well, I'm pretty sure quarrel was the right word. But they're on the ball anyway. Bellingham, we play it back, and this is our chance to pump it forward. And actually, to be fair, that's exactly what we've asked them to do in the tactics, sorry. Although passing it to no one's not quite ideal, as Camavinga is coming forward, and why he puts it in. And you'd assume, if this is allowed, that game set and match 6-2 on aggregate, probably no chance of coming back. I'm not even sure why we got slightly excited about the chance of coming back, when realistically, no. Even we were 3 goals down with like 10 minutes to go. So, it's not, it wasn't even really on the cards, was it? But that's kind of put the nail in the coffin. And okay, cool. So we're really hammering it in. It's under the ground. It's been buried. This is now a Mr. Beast video of 24 hours living buried alive, because there's no chance we're coming back into this, boys and girls. 7-2 on aggregate. Real Madrid clearly just too good, and you're about to get real Raxo, who was talking in the moment. But I don't know what I'm about to ramble about for ages. I'm about to probably whinge about actually, that is what I say. Look, like, this season is looking terrible. The Scottish Cup is the only thing we've got going for us right now. We're probably not going to win the league, is the situation. Like, the Viaplay Cup we did win, to be fair, though, actually. And I think that's where I'd start ending the recording. And you're about to get Real Raxo. Welcome back, Real Raxo. Well, boys and girls, the season's over again, and once again, I went on holiday, got addicted to the save, and simulated way further ahead than I should have. Don't worry, next episode you will actually be seeing games, but no games in the season, because I finished it off camera. Last game you saw, lost to Real Madrid, and then an insane run meant that we managed to win the Scottish Cup, and in the end, the Cinch Premiership. And it was pretty comfy, as well as the outrageous thing. Look at that, a 3-point gap. We didn't even need to beat Celtic on the final day of the season in dramatic fashion with a 2-1 win, scoring in like it was only the 43rd minute. I thought it was like the 70th minute. But anyway, see, we won. Incredible stuff. When I last saw you, we were doing terribly, but Rangers kind of just, we weren't miles behind them, but oh, wow, okay. Yeah, no, they did terribly. That is horrific. That is horrific. Look at this. Look at this run. Oh my goodness, they did terribly. So we got... I didn't realise that. I thought they did okay. No, they did terribly. So, yep, no, we got very lucky in the end there. Managed to win with 88 points. Greg Grant, top goal scorer. We've got the season review coming very soon. Oh, and the 5-0 win in the Scottish Cup final. So doing a treble, technically, domestic treble. All of the competitions we could possibly win, we did end up winning. And the Viaplay Cup, the Scottish Cup, and the Premiership. So you can't whinge too much. Let's take a look at the season review, which I have already looked at in my simulation. And by the way, when you go back and do it again, sometimes it gives you different winners, so it'll be interesting to see if it changed it. I don't know why it glitched there and moved it forward. But no, Millwood was my winner for the signing of the season, and the ratings, for some reason, aren't given to the players that we signed at the start of the season. But anyway, I like to see them. But yep, as you can see here, we ended up winning the Cinch Premiership. Great run to end the season to do exactly that. Only draws to Rangers and Hearts that really were hiccups. Champions League, again, round of 16. It's not bad, but Real Madrid did end up going all the way to the final, so that makes me feel kind of good about that. I know for a fact they lose the final, so that, you know, we didn't beat the winners, but lose to the winners, but it's still. No one really hardened the Scottish Cup, but still, you take it. Viaplay Cup, again, no one really hardened until the end with Rangers, but a 3-0 win. Domination, great performances across. This is the worst page, isn't it? The financial page is kind of interesting because you get to say player shirt sales, and Grant, Farrell, Turkson, Willand, and Carbajal in the top sales. Didn't think Turkson would be up there, but I mean, happy to see him up there regardless. Suarez, Millwood, Muhammad in there, who I'm surprised about. Everyone else I'm expecting, but Muhammad in there instead of Turkson. A little disrespectful to Turkson, but Muhammad clearly gained some interest from other teams. Only Hoffenheim, I guess, so should be alright. But he is a good player, potentially should be starting next season. But, I mean, we've got Greg Grant, who wins the fans player of the season, Nednich with the young player of the season, Millwood with the signing of the season, top goal scorer to Grant, Millwood with the top assister, and then if I simulate forward, I think just 1 or 2 days, I know that the season awards are coming very soon. This is why I saved it at this point in time, so you get the review and you get the season awards with the Grant getting the most player of the match record. Cool, nice to see. I swear we got some best 11s. Oh yeah, I skipped over the best 11. Sorry, we got some players inducted into it. Farrell is now on the bench, as well as having Kaiki now on the bench too, who I feel like are 2 players that will be sneaking into the starting lineup if they keep going the way that they are. Right now, I don't think there's anyone in here that I would change though. You know, McKenna, absolutely got to be the goalkeeper. Bruce has to be the left back. He should be forever. Same with McKenna. Fox at centre back is the only one that's kind of like on the cusp, but I don't think Kaiki's quite overtaken Fox just yet, in my view. Fox was great for a really long time. Colwell's definitely in there. So Dillier's definitely in there ahead of Norton Cuffy, who's the other option. Bannon has to stay in there. We love him. Greg Grant has to stay in there. Turnbull, I think in the starting lineup is a bit generous, but he was outrageous for a season. Like, for one season, he was insane. So, you know, I can kind of understand the starting lineup. He deserves it. Freeland, definitely. McKinstry, definitely. And Suarez, definitely. You'd think that Farrell would be moving into the starting lineup at some point soon, and Turnbull would be going to the bench. But still, I do rate that from the best 11. I'm not actually going to go negotiate this. I'm just going to accept it because I always do. But they want us to win everything apart from the Champions League next year. Nice. Won't do the team meeting because I'll just go over the awards and then we'll end this video. Grant, Player of the Year. Obviously, I don't actually need to talk to him because I've already done this rack, so this is not happening right now. This is not important for your save. Greg Grant also winning the top goal scorer with Suarez just behind him. 5 goals behind. Ended up having quite a good season this year for this man. Still probably looking for a better striker next year, but Suarez has been quite a good servant to the club and finally beaten his tally of 18 in his first season at the football club. Carbajal being named as the young player of the season. You take that, absolutely. Third place for goal of the season, Suarez. I'm the manager of the season. And we have lots of players in the best 11. Colwell, Willans, Carbajal, Grant, Farrell, Millwood and Suarez, as well as some players being... I don't know how it really works, but there's 3 players of the year. There's a player of the year that I know that, you know, he just won. Grant just won. Now, I guess this is the media, and then this is the the league's decision, I would assume. But they're all the exact same. Grant, Millwood, and Carvajal, which you'll love to see all of our players getting recognised. And Millwood, I'm not surprised, coming in second place with 10 goals, 15 assists. But you cannot beat Greg Grant, the best player in world football, in my opinion. 24 goals, 9 assists. He's Greg Grant, and we absolutely love him. And although he's wanted by teams, we don't want him going anywhere. Next season, we of course want to be focusing on the Champions League. We'll be looking to improve some positions with the transfer window. I've just finished the transfer window, so I'm literally going to go right now to record that. And you guys can get excited for it. I will let you know straight off the bat, lots of players get sold. So get prepared for that. Thank you guys so much for watching this one. Smash the like button if you have enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new around here, and I'll see you all later.